Hi YouTube, just read the title. We're going to go ahead and do a review of this excellent 9mm pistol here, the Glock 19, 9x19mm. I got a little card I'll be reading off of here, some stuff I wrote down that I need to talk about. I'm going to try to do this review fairly fast, stay on topic, and things like that, but I can probably almost guarantee you that this is going to be a two-parter. Hopefully, you know, you enjoy long reviews, like the detail. If you don't, then, well, you know. But I'm going to go ahead and start the review off by talking about some of the specifications, referring to size, concealability, weight. I see here with the Glock catalog, can't speak. Some really small writing. You can see there the Glock 19, which is a compact frame, and they label this as a universal size for concealable and unconcealed carrying. Glock 19. Just to get to idea of the size. You can't really see it. I thought you might could. The Glock 19, the length of it is 6.85 inches. That'd be 174 millimeters. The height is 5 inches, which is 127 millimeters. Width is pretty critical to mention. Pretty critical to mention. As far as you're talking about concealability, the width of the firearm is 1.18 inches. That's 30 millimeters. Barrel length is a little over, we basically call it 4 inches. It's 4.02 inches, basically 102 millimeters. And its weight is 595 grams or 20.99 ounces. So basically a 21-ounce gun. A 21-ounce gun. This gun over here, I mean, is a little bit less than that, and it's a 380, so you're talking about, but these are unloaded, of course. The bullets weigh the thing down. Oh yeah, go ahead, before we start handling stuff, I'll go ahead and make sure and show you that it is unloaded due to this visual and field check. It's another little gun I might talk about here. It is unloaded. Got an unloaded magazine too, so don't need to waste time on that. I've already checked these guns. It's good to do it. So the size, compare it right here to the Burst of Thunder 380. I hate to rub guns together like that, but the size isn't too bad, honestly. You know, when I grip it to shoot, my hand just about kind of swallows the thing, but I have pretty big hands. Well, it depends. It's how I grip it, honestly. But the size is pretty good. It's just a little big, in my opinion, for a concealed weapon, and that would be one of its main uses. Generally, my main use of this is maybe a duty gun for people who have small hands. If somehow your department would allow you to do that, which probably, you know, I don't know. It's a well, I had a good background here. It's a good gun for that. The concealability roll. There's just so many different options. Even this gun right here. I mean, you look at the width of that Glock, and this is a chunky 380. It's a block. You know, when you hold it, it's hard to conceal that critical dimension of thickness. You're talking about two guns, but this is a smaller caliper. That's what you get for going to a 9mm. But again, 9mm. There's plenty of them. The car. Was it CW9? Is a slim one. Car, the PM9s are going, MK9, more affordable Keltec P11, that's a great design. All of them are very thin. Actually, not the P11 is a double stack. I was thinking of the PF9, which is a single stack. But all of them are very thin, so you could do a little bit better with a concealed weapon by going with one of those, a sub-compact 9, or even the Glock 26. Now basically, the Glock 26 has the exact same thickness. It's just a little bit smaller. You know, it's like that. So, you know, it's going to be hard to conceal that width. But my opinion, this is actually my home defense gun. It makes a perfect home defense gun. It's something you can don at a moment's notice. simple to operate, and we'll talk about that later, actually in ergonomics, but simple to operate, you know, you grab it and it's there. It's not huge, but it's not really small, easy to shoot, perfect size for other people. You know, if your girlfriend has to use it, it's not too big for her to handle, you know, things like that. And the weight, I've already mentioned, it's outstanding, A+. SIG is it's a little bit heavier, definitely a 1911, which is a different caliper, but it is, well, that depends, but it's a much heavier gun. If you're going to carry something, and you want to carry something pretty full size, you might be best to go with Glock, just because they are so lightweight. You can actually have a fully loaded mag. These two guns right here feel identical when this one's unloaded, but when you pop a mag in there, just loaded mag, it just kind of weighs it down because the gun is so light. But when you disassemble it and hold it, you know, the frame is extremely light. I think that has to do with the polymer guide rod, all the polymer parts, which are not bad. They're good things, actually. The polymer magazine has got a lot to do with that. It's steel coated, steel lining on the inside, rather, but it's polymer. I mean, makes a cool sound when you flick it. But, basically the meat of this gun is in the slide polymer trigger. It's just polymer, which is a good thing. It's very, you know, it's kind of old technology now. I think back in the 80s it's come out, late 80s, early 90s, but again, it's just so lightweight. Ergonomics, sights are excellent, and I haven't done the upgrades to the gun. I wouldn't say they're excellent. They're pretty darn good. I haven't made any upgrades to the gun because I want to keep it stock like you get it out of the box for this review. So, it's not fair if I have, you know, aftermarket sights and I say, well, the sights are great. Of course they are. They're aftermarket. But as you can see here, they do really good. I'll just use that as a black background right there. Great on that. Maybe a white background. They do pretty good too. So they're very versatile. And pretty good. They're a bit blocky for a long-range precision shooting, but this is a pistol. You know, it's meant for 30-yard engagements or less, and it's kind of when your main gun fails, you reach for a pistol. Trigger is great. I'm not really going to dry fire it. I don't like to. Maybe just once. You do have the safe action trigger here, which is an external safety. It counts as that. And this is single action pistol, striker fired. And you pull it, try not to throw a shadow. You pull it and you get to a defined pressure point, and then it just comes through. So you know when it's about to break, which might cause flinches at first when you know something's about to explode in your hand. But trigger is great on this gun. Glock 19, about 5.5 pounds, and you can get, you know, a 3.5 pound disconnect for this gun. That's going to be, you know, that ties into a later talking point. That's accessories. Slide release, it's going to take a hit here. Slide release blows. To me, actually, this gun is brand spanking new, pretty much. It's only had a few magazines through it. Hadn't jammed. Very reliable. But this thing is just a bear at first, and I've actually kind of broken it in, I think, because now I can just do it with the snap. Before I had to kind of do like that, and but now it just it doesn't take much force to do. I think I might have broken it in, but you can get a Glock 35. I'll show you what that looks like. A Glock 35, which is right there. Competition under that, compared to the compact there, but you can get one of those slide releases, and that does very good. It has like a little place for your finger to sit, and it's made for competition. Takedown lever is a very good position, and you know what I'm talking about, I might as well go ahead and take down the gun. All you do is pull the trigger, pull the slide back, pull the takedown lever down, and just slide everything off. Then drop your mag out. And that's a Glock. It's a marvel of engineering because it's so simplistic. 5 parts, all ready for cleaning. And the takedown lever is in that perfect place. This thing is like nothing. Oops. Not that it's nothing, that it's not made good, but it's just going to blow away. It's so light. Go ahead and put it back together. Still actually got a little bit of the kind of orange